What's happening, Raleigh Young Professionals? I'm here with another member spotlight with my new friend, Katie. Katie Bowen, how are you today?
Hi, Chuck. I'm doing well, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for taking some time to have a chat with me and to give me the opportunity to introduce you to our networking group here. I'd love for you to share a little bit about who you are and where you're from and what you're doing these days, if you would.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, my name's Katie. I'm originally from Eastern North Carolina in a real small town called Belhaven, and relocated to the Triangle area. First of all, for college, I'm a proud UNC alumni. Graduated in 2014, and after that, moved to Raleigh. And since then, I've been working for a company called Calica. It's a small talent acquisition and advisory firm here in the area, and we help clients find good talent for job opportunities that maybe they're struggling to fill themselves, as well as helping them on across a kind of larger scale in terms of their talent acquisition processes and things like that. And have been loving it. It's a great group, and so I spend a lot of time doing that, and in free time, I enjoy hanging out with friends and family. Really into kind of interiors, design, and proud plant lady, as lame as it might be. But yeah, lots of fun. So thank you again for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. Is that? Oh, there's my dog saying hi. Are those, is that plant behind you real or not real?
It is, yes. So there's evidence there.
I'm going to let my dog out the room for 1 second here.
Yep, go ahead.
And I'm back. So that's the first time that's happened. I knew she might wake up. My kids are downstairs and life, right?
That's life, exactly.
Work from home, homeschool, life.
Time.
Okay, good. So beautiful plant behind you. And I think it's very exciting what you're doing for work. I think there's a huge need for that, especially right now. I know the struggle out there is real from all these conversations I've been having with some folks. And when you're not working, you like spending time with friends and developing beautiful plants. Anything you like? Do you read? You got any favorite books or anything you're currently reading that the whole world should know about?
Absolutely. So I grew up in the 90s and early 2000s. And so my all-time favorite book has to be Harry Potter in the whole series. My roommate, that's actually her desk, but you can see all the books now that I'm looking behind me up there. But recently, one of my favorite books that I've read in the last couple of years has been Where the Crawdads Sing. I highly recommend to anybody who hasn't read it. It's pretty popular as well.
Yeah. No, great recommendation. Okay, let's talk about networking. Networking is, hashtag my life, really. And so I absolutely love it. I love getting the chance to connect with new people, meet new people, doing things like this to help new people meet new people. But talk to me a little bit about how networking plays a role in your life and your work and your thoughts on it.
Yeah, absolutely. So networking for me is very important. Especially in the industry that I'm in. So Calica, again, is a talent acquisition and advisory firm. And while I'm not what we refer to recruiter as a talent advisor, I'm more on the HR, operations, support team side of things. But nonetheless, very important to continue to grow and expand your professional network. For us, that means getting to know more people, and those are potentially people that we can help, find a job at one of our clients. But then also, I think it's just great to continue to meet new people, learn from them, and see, how we could potentially help each other, right? With whatever avenue that may be. But I think for me, especially right now, and something why I appreciate Chuck giving me the opportunity to speak on this, is we're in a huge growth mode at Calica right now. A small business, but we're growing and we're actively hiring. And so for me, I've seen in the last year to several months, very luckily to have an increased need to do more networking and get more involved, which is why, I wanted to come here today. Yeah, to expand that and continue to grow that. So, when we do have opportunities that present themselves, I've got that solid network that I can, reach out to.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, relationships are key. I based my whole life on the premise it's not what you know, it's who you know. And maybe that's just my cop out because I'm not all that smart, but I do believe in relationships. And so
yes,
I find that very important. So one, I appreciate you being a member of this group, the Raleigh Young Professionals, but are there any other networking groups that you're a part of that you find value in?
Yeah, absolutely. One in particular that I really enjoy being a part of is called Creative Mornings Raleigh. And it's an international networking organization, but the chapter here in Raleigh is fantastic. And pre-COVID days, they would meet most of the time downtown, and they actually have two. It's Raleigh Durham, so they alternate months between a location in Raleigh and a location in Durham. But they would meet once a month, and they would have a speaker that would come and kind of give a chat about what they're doing and kind of how creativity and kind of the arts or whatever relates to them and who they are as a person, and just kind of fun, inspirational kind of TED Talk style environment there. But since COVID, they've all moved to virtual and have been doing the same talks, just all online.
Yeah.
So it's still really fun and a great organization to kind of be a part of and kind of take some time out of the month to get those creative juices flowing. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Good. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Yeah.
In our talk here today, before we wrap up, is there anybody in particular that you're really interested in hoping to connect with through this video or through being a member of our networking group? Is there anybody you're hoping to reach right now?
Yeah, absolutely. So would love to connect with anybody in general, who may be interested and wants to, sit down and get to know each other a little bit better. I think specifically, if anybody is interested in getting into the recruiting and talent acquisition space, we're, like I said, actively hiring at Calica. So if you think that that's something that you'd be interested in, recruiting, but focus on being very consultative and relationship driven in that process, and people who enjoy helping others, I would love to connect with you and talk to you. But again, like I said, just would be open to connecting with anybody who's interested in expanding their network, or maybe who's looking for a job elsewhere if it's not in the talent acquisition space.
Okay. And what's the best way for people to connect with you?
Yeah, absolutely. I think LinkedIn. Just send me a connection request, maybe short message where you're coming from, and we'll connect. We'll schedule some time.
Perfect. Seems to make sense. We're doing all this right here on LinkedIn. Might as well just make it easy. Just click the button. I'll have it linked to you right at the top there. So before we part, anything you would like to add? Anything we missed?
So just, again, I appreciate the time, Chuck, and you kind of organizing all of this. I think it's fantastic what is going on in the group, and I look forward to being a part of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for being a part of it. It wouldn't happen without great members like yourself. And thank you for giving me the opportunity to show everybody in the group a little bit more about you. And thank you to all of the Raleigh Young Professionals members for watching. And please, make a connection, reach out. This group is about relationships, connect with Katie, whether it's personally or professionally. Maybe you know somebody that might be a good fit. Maybe it's yourself, but we look forward to having another member spotlight real soon. And I hope you all have an awesome day. Thanks.